Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tejeda Sports Complex here at Harlandale ISD in Medina Valley. We'll be taking on the Edison Bears as the first round of the playoffs for either team. I know that the softball game just started about 45 or 15 minutes ago. That's in the bottom of the first, 0-0. Medina Valley playing Leander Glenn. That game's over on MVBN2, but here on Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we've got the boys playing Edison tonight, first round of the playoffs. Edison comes in 16-9 on the season. They were 9-5 in district. They finished third place in their district. Medina Valley ends the season 17-7, 11-3 in district play. They finished second, and the Panthers lost, 3 out of their last 4 games heading into the playoffs. So hopefully they can turn that around here tonight. I'm Jared Lucky along with Dwayne Garza. And, Dwayne, we got some good weather for a ball game tonight, ready for the playoffs to start.
Yeah, we got perfect baseball weather, Jared. It's what probably got into the low 90s today, upper 80s. Wonderful day out here. The grass is green. Tejeda Sports Complex here at the field here, we got natural grass out here, real similar to our field. Dimensions look similar. The sun coming from left to right, probably going to come into play for the first baseman today, but clear skies. We got a wind blowing from our right to left, going from right field to left field, not too heavy. So we've got a good matchup. We've been waiting at least, 10 days or so for this matchup to happen. We sat back after our season finished and waited for the District 27, which is Edison's district, to finish up, and they finally did. Took a week off, and the good thing about that week off, Jared, it was probably a momentum stopper, because like you just said, we had lost a couple of games in a row. And gave the Panthers a little bit of break, maybe to heal up a little bit and prepare themselves for tonight.
Yeah, and they need to come out and just play a little bit better. It's not like they were playing bad in those ball games. They lost them. Most of that was a little bit of errors. The last game of the year, he started all the seniors.
Yes.
Coach Herb did, giving them a chance to start and play. And they actually played really well for a while there. And then just at the end of that ball game, they just couldn't get over the hump and win it. But that loss down in Eagle Pass, that was due to some errors right there. You lost a one-run ball game thanks to a couple of errors in that game. And those are things that in the playoffs now, you're starting here. This is a one-game-and-done situation.
That's right.
You win, you move on to next week, you lose, your season's over with. And, you've got to lay it all on the line right here.
In the last couple of games, kind of the things that hit us kind of hard were the errors, like you said, and we had a lot of strikeouts. They need to concentrate more on getting contact. Now that we're in the second season, all the teams are going to be good. So we've got to play up to the level of our competition here and kind of limit the errors and get the bat on the ball.
Yep, and we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the starting lineups. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet. We'll continue in just a moment.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Kestrelville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back here to Tejeda Sports Complex as the umpire's out to get the lineup cards and go over the ground rules here. And we have the starting lineups for you, and we will go ahead and start it off with the visiting Medina Valley Panthers. and they'll lead it off with their center fielder, Bobby Peterson. The shortstop, Thomas Pardo, will bat second. Pitching tonight, batting third, Jared Lackey. J.J. Marty will bat cleanup and play third base. The 5 hitters, the catcher, Whit Joyce. Tyler Mangum will bat sixth and play left field. The right fielder tonight is the 7 hitter, Tanner Habe. Jake Herb will bat eighth and play first base. And the DH in the 9 spot, Ethan Garza, batting for Javi Gonzalez, playing second base. So again for the Panthers, their top 3, Peterson center, Pardo shortstop, Lackey pitching. Middle 3, Marty third, Joyce catching, Mangum left. And the bottom 3 has Habe in right, Herb at first base, and Garza the DH with Gonzalez playing second base. For the home Edison Bears, 9-5, third place in their district. They'll lead it off with the left fielder, Damian Salazar. The 2 hitter, the right fielder, Adrian Maldonado. Batting third, the third baseman, Luke Converse. Brandon Gonzalez is on the hill tonight, batting cleanup. Jonathan Alvarado, the 5 hitter, will catch. The DH is the 6 hitter, Seth Martinez. Avery Carrion will bat 7th and play first base. The shortstop, Mo Martinez, will bat 8th. And the center fielder, Carlos Gonzalez, will bat 9th. Faustino Hernandez at second base for the Edison Bears. So once again for Edison, their top 3, Salazar left, Maldonado right, Converse third. Middle 3, Gonzalez pitching, Alvarado catching, Martinez the DH. And the bottom 3 has Carrion at first, Martinez the shortstop, and Gonzalez in center field with Hernandez playing second base. Jared Lackey starting this game tonight. They had a choice. It's either going to be Lackey or Marty. They're going to go with Lackey as long as they can, and then go with Marty at the end of this game and hopefully have a lead and let him finish it out.
Yeah, and they got a couple guys they can bring off the, out of the, well, I believe Habe will be in right field, so at any point they can get the other starting pitcher in if it need be, since this is only a 1-game series.
And so, you got one chance here. You're going to throw your best at them. I actually like the 1-game thing, especially when you get in against teams that have a really, really good pitching staff, that have 2 aces. And when you get into something like that, they can get by with 1 and come back in that third game with them. And in a series like this, Medina Valley probably has a stronger pitching, probably a 2 out of 3. I know that's what Coach Herb wanted. He lost the toss to Edison, who probably has 1 good pitcher, wants to throw him at him. But I think down the line for Medina Valley, I think that 1-game series is maybe their best bet.
Yeah,
we'll
I think so too, and I know for a fact that the coaches did their homework and they did a little bit of scouting. They had that week off, right, so they were able to watch Edison, I believe, a couple of times, so that they did some scouting. I think they're going to use their typical strategy and what's got them here to this point and go head-to-head with them, and I think the Panthers have a real good chance today.
Yeah, I do too. I think they have a very good chance to win this ball game. They're just going to – the things they got to do to win this game, you got to hit the ball with people on base. They're good at getting people on base, but they're not good at driving in runs.
You had a good stat the other night in the last 2 games. I want to say they left 25 runners on base or something like that.
Yeah, in 2 games, and you cannot do that against teams. That spells loss, and if those runs cross the plate, you win those last 3 ball games, and you're the district champions. Whit Joyce has been their hottest hitter with people on base, and you'd like to see him come up. But J.J. Marty in that cleanup role, we know he can hit the ball. He hit it out of the ballpark, but he just hasn't gotten those timely hits this year, and they're going to need him to come through.
Well, there are a couple of hit batters in that lineup that have struggled as of late. Let's just hope that that's over with and they can turn things around and get the ball in play and score some runs. And they need to jump on them quick. They need to show them who's boss and jump on them quick.
Also, one of the other things you got to watch out for in this game, you got Jared Lackey going. We know he can throw strikes. He can be around the strike zone. He can keep batters off balance. The key thing is he going to be sharp tonight? Because you've got to be sharp in a ball game like this. You can't come out nervous. And, Medina Valley gets to bat first here. Hopefully they can jump on him, put a couple of runs up, and give Lackey a little bit of a lead and get him comfortable out there. Get a shutdown inning. Get yourself back in the dugout and settle into this ball game. That would be the best scenario for Medina Valley.
Yeah, and they're going to try to ride Lackey as long as they can. He's always gone deep into the games. He's done a real good job of staying consistent and kind of pacing himself throughout the game. So I expect another good game out of Lackey tonight.
As they continue to announce the starting lineups here, we are about to be doing the national anthem here. Edison wearing their white uniforms tonight with black numbers and gold trim. Black caps with a gold bill. Medina Valley wearing the black uniforms with white pants. White bar across the front in black letter Panthers, orange trim and orange numbers for Medina Valley. And we're going to go ahead and take a break for the national anthem. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Welcome back here to Tejeda Sports Complex. Medina Valley getting ready to take on Edison as Brandon Gonzalez goes out to warm things up to his battery mate, Jonathan Alvarado. Right side of the Edison infield, Avery Carrion and Adrian Maldonado. On the left side, Mo Martinez and Luke Converse. Into the outfield, Carlos Gonzalez in center. He'll be flanked in right by Faustino Hernandez, and in left by Damian Salazar. For the Panthers, it'll be Bobby Peterson, Thomas Pardo, and Jared Lackey due up to start things off here. Right-handed pitcher Brandon Gonzalez for Edison. Warming things up here. We'll see what he has. I know the Panthers were able to scout them because they played that extra week in district. Medina Valley in that district chose to end that district early, started a week early. Because of that, you got 2 weeks off.
Yep. Just a quick update over in Kerrville on our sister station, MVBN2. It's still a 0-0 tie, and they are halfway through the second inning. So Medina Valley taking on Leander Glenn, 0-0, halfway through the second inning.
Yeah, and those are two teams, Medina Valley winning easily last week in their
by-district game.
Their by-district matchups in both of those games. And then Leander Glenn and Dripping Springs had a heck of a time with those. Dripping Springs won that first game in I think a 9-8 ball game, and then Leander Glenn turned around and beat him in the second one, the high-scoring game, and then won the third as well in what was a pretty high-scoring game. So we know they can hit the ball, but Medina Valley, Trista Miller, a very good pitcher. I got to see her for the first time the other night. And
that's right, you called that
very
game.
Good, yeah.
Well, we're getting ready to go here.
As they peg it around the infield, and Bobby Peterson will get ready to step in for Medina Valley. Leadoff batter, he's been very good this season. He's got a high batting average. He gets on base. He's got a lot of speed, and he's one of those people that is a very good leadoff man.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's a perfect leadoff batter. He gets on base, gets a lot of contact on the ball, and then when he does get on base, he's very fast, able to get moving on the bases and get set up right away in a scoring position with his speed. And here we go. Playoffs are beginning right now, Jared.
And Gonzalez will stare in the right-hand pitcher. He's ready to go as Peterson digs in. Right-hand batter to face him with a slightly open stance. Gonzalez into the windup, and his first pitch is over just inside for a ball, 1-0. We'll see what this umpire strike zone does tonight. That was just a little breaking ball he threw in there. I assume that was a breaking. That was his fastball. He doesn't throw very hard, but it didn't have a lot of wrinkle to it. That pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-1 to start things off here to Peterson. Bobby ready to go. Outfield plays him straight up, and that's swung on and fouled back over the screen to the right. And Peterson down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pretty good crowd on hand from both teams here this evening.
Yeah, it is a nice crowd out here tonight, Jared. It's a great evening for baseball, no doubt about it.
1-2 on the way. Curveball stays upstairs, and it's 2-2 to Peterson.
Good job holding off that with 2 strikes. A little breaking ball that just stayed high. Peterson likes to take a rip every once in a while, a high pitch, and smart play by staying off that pitch there.
Pardo waiting on deck to the right side here for the Panthers. The 2-2 on the way. That swung on, popped up. Foul territory on the infield. First baseman moving over to his left, reaches up to make the catch in foul territory, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, it was just a high pop-up just to the right of first base. The first baseman did a great job with the sun in his eyes to bring that ball down and get the first out of the game.
With 1 out, it'll bring up Thomas Pardo. He'll step in with nobody on and 1 out. Another right-handed batter. Speedster himself. Third baseman plays up on the grass, and that pitch stays inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Gonzalez ready to go. And the pitch on the way comes down and in. 2 balls, no strikes to Pardo to start the at-bat. Thomas looking to get on here with 1 out. We're in the top of the first, just underway. Stands right on top of home plate, basically. Here's the 2-0. That's down and out, and it's 3-0 to Pardo. Lackey's on deck for Medina Valley.
So far, the pitcher for Edison has been all over the place, Jared. That one was way outside, 3 couple pitches inside. Yet to be consistent.
3-0 on the way. That's inside, and he walked him. So a 4-pitch walk issued to Pardo, and he's aboard with 1 away, and it'll bring up Jared Lackey.
Let's see how aggressive Coach Herb is here early in the game with a runner on first and only 1 out to see if he gets him running, trying to get him in scoring position. Like you said earlier, Pardo with some good speed there at first base.
Lackey will step in. Only left-handed hitter in the lineup for Medina Valley. He's got power to both sides. We've seen him go opposite field for a home run this year also. He steps out here, and Gonzalez will work from the stretch for the first time this evening. Pardo with his lead over at first. Gonzalez set at the letters, kicks and delivers, and that's swung on, hit in the air to left center. Left fielder going back, still back, looking up, and that's going to 1-hop off the wall. Pardo's on his way to third. The throw will be cut off. A 1-out double for Jared Lackey going the opposite way, and there's runners at second and third with 1 away here in the top of the first.
Jared, that's just a great piece of hitting there by Jared Lackey. Recognized the first strike as being a fastball in the outside corner, took it the other way where you're supposed to do an outside pitch, and drove it deep to left center, 1-hop the wall. Pardo easily be coming into third base standing up.
Well, and that wind blowing out to left helped him there because
it was slicing.
And if that's not blowing, you might have the left fielder being able to make a play on that ball.
Yeah, and that's number 1, Britton Griggs coming in to pinch run for our pitcher, Jared Lackey. So Griggs now at second base.
And here's what we talked about. You got J.J. Marty up here in an RBI situation. You need him to come through here. Second and third with 1 away. And Marty takes down low a ball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Gonzalez works from the windup. Pitch on the way. That's low, and it's 2-0.
Marty sitting with a hitter's count right now with a 2-0 count, looking for something right down the middle, something he can drive and get it deep.
Pitch on the way, the 2-0. That's down and out. 3 balls, no strikes to Marty, and you got Whit Joyce waiting on deck.
Yeah, and I think this is an automatic take right here, Jared, early in the game.
Marty waiting on the 3-0. It's on the way, and that's up and out of there, and he walked him. Second walk issued in the inning, and the bases are loaded for Medina Valley. With 1 out, it'll bring up Whit Joyce, who's been the hottest hitter with people on base this season.
You got exactly what you wanted. You have bases loaded with the cleanup batter up. And like you say, Whit Joyce has got the hot bat so far, especially towards the back half of this season. Not to mention leading the team with a couple of home runs.
Joyce with a chance to give his team an early lead here. So right-hand batter stands in, a little bit open stance. Gonzalez's pitch on the way, and that swung on and bounced to third. Third baseman up with it on a high hop, throws home for the force out. It goes 5-2 for the put out on the fielder's choice. Bases are still loaded, but now with 2 away.
I want to say that was a knuckleball, Jared.
Yeah, that was a slow roller, and he hit a high bouncer, but the third baseman made a great play on one hop and knew exactly where he wanted to go.
Exactly, it was a smart play by the third baseman to get the force out at home plate.
Joyce up there swinging at the first pitch, and it'll bring up Tyler Mangum. Mangum's one of those batters who struggled of late with the bat, and here we are, bases loaded, 2 down. You got a chance for a pick-me-up here for Joyce.
Good opportunity right here.
We'll see if Mangum can drive in some runs.
And Joaquin Arguelles will enter the game as a courtesy runner for the catcher. He'll go to first base and run for Whit Joyce. Big opportunity here for Mangum.
Bases loaded, 2 down. The right-hand batter stands in, staring out at Gonzalez from the windup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down and in for ball 1. It's 1-0. Mangum waits. Runners take their lead. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that swung on and bounced foul up to the Edison dugout, and it's 1-1.
Good job by Mangum being aggressive and taking a rip at the first good pitch he saw.
Ball and a strike to Tyler. 2 walks and a double in the inning. There's a curveball over the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. Nice pitch that time by Gonzalez to drop that in over the inside corner. Now Mangum behind, ready for the 1-2. Pitch on the way. Curveball swung on and lined into right center. Center fielder on, dives, and it's going to get by him. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. They're going to wave Arguelles. He's going to score easily. The throw's cut off, and standing at third base is Tyler Mangum. The center fielder made a dive on it, and on a play like that, if you don't come up with it, that's what's going to happen. A base is clearing. We'll see how they score that. It should be a triple, I would believe, because that's a play that he dives at, and he just gets by him.
I was watching the center fielder. He stuttered a little bit. That line drive is hard to read coming straight at you at center field, and he wasn't sure if he should come hard or wait on it, and he at the last minute decided to come hard, dove for it, ball went underneath his glove, and it goes all the way to the wall.
And Medina Valley leads it 3-0 here as Tanner Habe steps in and takes a strike.
Huge bat by Mangum there.
He
cleared the
that.
bases. Yes, he did. Hopefully that'll get him some momentum into the rest of this game.
Habe 0-1 on the way as a curveball that's dropped in there for a strike over the outside corner, and it's 0-2 now to Tanner Habe. That ball was slicing away also from the center field. That was just a tough play for him to make.
It was a tough play.
0-2 on the way, a curveball that's hit foul up the third base line. Dribbles it up to Coach Herb, and will do it again at 0-2. Habe waiting. Pitch on the way. Popped up, foul, back out of play. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Good job by Tanner Habe protecting with 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes here. Gonzalez pitch on the way is a curveball that stays high, and it's 1-2. Mangum at third base, 2 away, 3 runs in the inning. 3 runs on 2 hits. Both of those walks came around to score. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the side has been retired. First strikeout for Gonzalez in the ball game. But Medina Valley gets 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 walks mixed in there, and they leave 1 on base. And so we'll go to the bottom of the first. Edison just now coming into bat. Medina Valley leading it 3-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue here in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
We're back here at Tejeda Sports Complex as we go to the bottom of the first inning, and Jared Lackey warming it up to his battery mate Whit Joyce. Right side of the infield, Jake Herb and Javi Gonzalez. On the left side, Thomas Pardo and J.J. Marty. Into the Panther outfield, Bobby Peterson in center, flanked in right by Tanner Habe, and in left by Tyler Mangum. For Edison, it'll be Damian Salazar, Adrian Maldonado, and Luke Converse due up to start things off. Lackey out there, right-hand pitcher with a 3-0 lead. You'd like to see him settle into this ball game now. Hopefully that having a lead like that will get a little bit of the nerves out of the way of the first playoff game. I'd like to see him have a shutdown inning and settle into the game now.
Well, he had the opportunity to pitch in the playoff games year before last, so he's got some playoff experience when he was a sophomore.
Yep.
So hopefully he can come and just start rearing back and start throwing some strikes here without any issues.
Salazar stands in, a right-hand batter. And the first pitch from Lackey on the way is a strike over the inside corner, and it's 0-1.
And Jared, over in Kerrville, we're going to the bottom of the third, still tied 0-0.
Lackey's 0-1 on the way. Another fastball swung on and missed. And quickly, Salazar in a hole, 0-2. Lackey ready to go, working quickly. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss on a slider, and he struck him out. Three pitches, 1 out. Chase that pitch down and out. There's 1 away. It'll bring up Adrian Maldonado.
That's how you want to come out. You'll throw him strikes. He challenged him with fastballs right down the middle and got the early strikeout.
That'll bring up Adrian Maldonado will step in. Nobody on, 1 out. Nice start for Lackey. We'll see if he can keep that up here through the first inning. And there's a swing and a foul straight back over the screen, and it's 0-1 to Maldonado. That's what you got to do if you're Lackey. You got to get ahead of batters. 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and it's quickly 0-2.
Good curveball. A lot of action on it. Way ahead in the count.
Maldonado, right-hand batter. The 0-2 on the way. Swings and fists one out towards right field, and it's going to get into right field for a base hit. Just fisted out the other way. He didn't hit it well, but he hit it in the right spot, and there's a 1-out single.
Perfect placement. Didn't hit it very hard. Just caught the spot between first base and second base and dribbled out into right field. Not a very hard hit ball.
That'll bring up Luke Converse with a runner at first, so Lackey will work from the stretch. He's thrown 6 pitches. They've all been strikes. Right-handed batter. As Lackey comes set, checks on the runner at first, kicks and brings it. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch. A lot of movement on it, moving to the outside there, and he gets a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
7 straight strikes. Good lead by the Edison runner there.
Lackey set again. Ready for the 0-1. It's on the way as that misses outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Going back to that hit by Maldonado, just nothing Gonzalez or Herb could do right there. That ball was just out of their reach. 1-1 on the way. Curveball started after it, laid off in time, but it's a called strike. And it's 1-2 now to Converse. Maldonado leads away from first. Lackey stares into Joyce for a sign. Checks the runner, and then he'll come set. Throws over to first, not close as Maldonado back in safely. Ready to go again here as Lackey comes set. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Lackey, and there's 2 away.
Good pitch by Lackey. That's one of those fastballs or cutters, or could even be a little slider there, but had some movement on it, but had a lot of velocity. Good pitch.
So 2 away. It'll bring up Brandon Gonzalez, their pitcher. Right-hand batter. Runner at first base with 2 away. Lackey from the stretch is ready. Kicks and delivers, and that pitch misses high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Lackey ready to go. Here's the 1-0. That's swung on and missed. Little cut fastball again right there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lackey doing a good job throwing strikes early in the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely, Jared. He's only thrown a couple balls.
He's thrown 12 pitches, and 10 of them were strikes.
That's what you want from your pitcher. Let your defense do the work.
Waiting on the 1-1. Gonzalez waits. Here's the pitch from Lackey. Just missed outside. That pitch had a lot of movement on it. That was close. Might have fooled the umpire, but it's 2-1.
That could have gone either way. Unfortunately, it went the way of being a ball.
Waiting on the 2-1. Lackey set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Gonzalez.
Here comes that curveball, I would assume, right here.
Jared comes set. Checks on Maldonado. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball. Just stayed high. MV crowd wanted that call. I could hear him outside the door here, and the count's gone full. So the runner at first can get a head start. Gonzalez waiting on a payoff pitch from Lackey. Jared comes set. The 3-2 on the way. Swings and pops it up in foul territory. First baseman giving chase, but that is going to get out of play, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
And that was a defensive swing just to go, so he wouldn't get rung up. It was an in-between pitch, kind of threw the bat at it, got a piece of it, and went out of play. Over in Kerrville, Jared, looks like Leander has struck first. 1-0 lead at the bottom of the third with 2 outs, runner on first. Leander still up to bat. And that just ended the inning, so Panthers are going to go to the top of the 4th, down 1-0.
Lackey ready for another payoff pitch here to Gonzalez. Here it comes. Swings and lines one into center. Peterson moves to his right a couple of steps and reaches up to make the catch. And the side's been retired. He hit that on the screws, but right at Peterson. And so they get no runs on 1 hit, and they leave 1 on base. We'll go to the 2nd inning. Medina Valley leading at 3-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
as Herb will get ready to step in. Jake in his first plate appearance of the ball game here. Herb will step in to face Gonzalez. Right-hand batter. He's come through with some timely hits for the Panthers this year when he's needed them. We'll see if he can set the table before they turn this lineup over, and that first pitch is a curveball that misses inside, and it's ball one.
Oh, Herb was ready to lean into that one. That curveball just broke just in time not to hit him.
1-0 is down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. We've seen Gonzalez. He's had trouble throwing strikes to a few batters. Started off, laid off of it in time. 3-0 to Herb to start the top of the second.
You got to think he'd be taken all the way here as being the leadoff batter of the inning.
3-0 from Gonzalez is upstairs, and he walked him. So a 4-pitch walk issued to start the inning. That's the 3rd walk issued by Gonzalez in the ball game. And it'll put a runner aboard with nobody out, and Ethan Garza will come to the plate.
1 on, no outs. Next to that, number 15, designated hitter Ethan Garza.
Ethan will step in here. He's got a runner at first base with nobody out. First pitch to him on the way, and that's down and in for a ball as well. And if I'm Garza here, I wouldn't swing at a pitch till he throws you a strike.
Yeah, there's got to be something you really like.
There's a swing and a bouncer foul up the third base line. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Garza, a Graceland College commit. Jared, our first commit for the Panther baseball team so far this year.
Gonzalez from the stretch set, checks on Herb. Here's the pitch, a breaking ball that drops onto the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Top of the order, Bobby Peterson waiting on deck over to the right side for Medina Valley. Like to have both of these guys aboard when he comes to the plate.
Yeah, getting ready to turn over the lineup, get to the top of the order, absolutely.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Herb not with a big lead over at first. Not really a threat to run, and that hit him in the hip right there, and that'll put him aboard. So a walk and a hit batter to start the inning. Didn't even have to move. He threw it right at him right there, and now we're going to get a visit out of the dugout. As Medina Valley set the table here, they got runners at first and second, nobody out, and they're turning the order over as Bobby Peterson will come to the plate. And they're going to have a little powwow here on the third base side of the mound.
Yeah, Edison's going to have to do something so this game doesn't get away from him early in the game. I mean, they want to maybe consider a pitching change if they have someone, you know. Because obviously you would think that they're coming with their ace tonight.
Well, and they won it 1 game. That was their deal. Coach Herb won it 2 out of 3, and they flipped for it, and he lost.
So no pitching change, correct?
No. The meeting on the hill's over as Gonzalez will come back out here. They might have been talking a little bit of defensive strategy, also trying to settle the pitcher down a little bit here. You know, he's walked 3 in the ball game and he's hit 1. That's 4 free passes he's given out in this ball game, and he's faced 9 batters.
Yeah, and we took advantage of it the first inning, so they're probably going to try to put a stop to that. And like you say, maybe do some defensive strategy here with runners on first and second and nobody out.
Peterson will step in 0 for 1. He popped out to the first baseman in foul territory his first time up. He's got runners at first and second with nobody out, and Gonzalez from the stretch comes set. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and that's over the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1 to Peterson. Pitch on the way, and that's swung on and popped up foul, back out of play. And Peterson in a hole, 0-2. Ooh, that pitch misses outside, and it's going to get away from the catcher. The runners will each move up 90 feet here.
That pitch was off the plate, and I think it hit the catcher in the foot and took a bad hop to the left.
Yeah, it kind of rolled up his glove and up over his arm there, and both runners will move up.
Now Peterson has his runners in scoring position. Good opportunity here with no outs to get a couple more runs in and get another crooked number on the board.
Second and third, nobody out here. First base open, and a 1-2 count on Peterson. Gonzalez from the windup, and that swung on and popped up foul back out of play, and we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
Good at bat, stay alive here for Peterson.
Get some new baseballs into the umpire, and Bobby ready to climb back up in there to face Gonzalez. Peterson waiting on the 1-2. Gonzalez stares in. He's got his sign. From the windup, here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up in foul territory again down the right field line, but that is going to slice out of play. And we will do it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, anything hit to that right side is going to be tough to make a play on. The shadows are long now, reaching across the infield. Sun's getting ready to get in that spot where it's going to be the first baseman is going to have a difficult time, and the right fielder.
And one of the things about this field here, there's a lot of room in foul territory.
Yes.
Big foul territory. 1-2 is swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. That's going to get 1 run home. Stop sign at third for Garza. An RBI single for Bobby Peterson, and it's 4-0 Medina Valley.
Great at bat by Peterson, getting 2 strikes early, fighting off a lot of pitches to stay alive. Found an outside pitch, took it the other way. Nice liner between first and second to get the RBI in, and Panthers up 4-0.
4-0 lead. It'll bring up Thomas Pardo, who walked his only time in. He'll have runners on the corners with nobody out. They look both ways, and now they're going to get him in a rundown. We'll see what Garza's able to do. They're looking at him, and now he's going to take off for home. Here comes the throw. They're going to throw it away. A run will score. To second base goes Peterson. A failed pickoff attempt right there. And it's 5-0 Medina Valley, and nobody's out.
When they had Peterson dead meat right before he got to second base, he put the brakes on, started heading backwards, and Garza broke from third, and they just threw it away, and everyone's safe, and we scored a run.
Well, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do there, knowing that there's a runner at third base. He put the brakes on. Garza decided to come home, an errant throw from the first baseman.
Yeah, there's a good chance that was a call delay steal play also.
Yeah, and that
if it was, it worked to perfection.
Well, and that goes as an E3 on the throw home. Allows the runner to score, and now Gonzalez will spin and look Peterson back to second base. Panthers with an early 5-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. And Medina Valley with a runner at second base, and still nobody out here. And Pardo swings and pops one foul way down the left field line. It's way out of play.
Jared, another update from Kerrville. Panthers have tied it up 1 apiece. They have a runner on third with 1 out in the top of the 4th.
Pardo with a no-ball, 1 strike count. He walked his only time in. Peterson leads away from second. Pitch on the way is up and in, ball 1. Ball and a strike to Pardo, and Lackey waiting on deck, and Medina Valley's got exactly what they wanted here. You had your 8-9 batters to lead off. Both of them have come around to score. You got the top of the order up here now, top of the order put up 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Got a chance to do some more damage here. There's a swing and a line drive out in the left center field, and that's going to get down, and that's going to score Peterson easily. Pardo headed to second base. We'll see how they score that, if it's going to be a single and an error allowing him to go to second, or they'll just score it a double. We'll see what they do. Nonetheless, it is an RBI for Pardo, and it's 6-0 Medina Valley.
Yeah, nice base hit by Pardo. Hits it over shortstop, exactly between left field and center field. And the center fielder kind of bobbled it a little bit and allowed Pardo to get the second base. Either way, the runner was going to score, especially with the speed of Peterson. Scored no problem.
They'll call that a double for Pardo. And it'll bring up Lackey, who doubled his only time in. Runner at second base, still nobody out. Left-hand batter waits. They spin, throw to second. Nobody's home, and they're going to throw it into center field, and that's going to allow Pardo to go to third. That's going to be an E1 on the pitcher. As he throws it into center field.
Really, that should be one of the fielders. That was a called pickoff play. The pitcher spun around and threw to the base, and nobody was waiting.
Nobody home. Shortstop was standing behind Pardo.
The closest person to the ball was a center fielder.
And that'll get Pardo over to third with nobody out. The pitch to Lackey. That hit him in that lead shoulder, and second hit by pitch of an inning, and that'll put runners on the corners with nobody out.
Good job by Lackey to stay in there and get hit by the pitch, but I don't know if you want your pitcher to be taking shots like that.
No, especially that was in his right throwing arm.
Yeah, he'll go to the dugout, and the courtesy runner, Britton Griggs, will come in and run for him again.
That'll bring up J.J. Marty, who walked his only time in.
Panthers with runners at first and third in this double steal situation again with nobody out. Griggs with good speed at first. You got good speed at home with Pardo. At third.
Gonzalez's pitch on the way, and that's swung on, hit high in the air, left center field. Left fielder going back. They're never going to get there, and that's going to split them and roll to the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Marty's headed for third base, and they are going to stop sign at third. A stand-up 2-run triple from your cleanup batter, J.J. Marty, and it's 8-0 Medina Valley here in the top of the second inning.
Good hitting by the Panthers so far. Really squaring up that ball and placing the ball where no defenders are at. And over in Kerrville, Jared, Panthers going to the top of the 5th, and they took the lead 2-1.
It'll bring up Whit Joyce, who bounced into a fielder's choice his only time up. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's got a runner at third with nobody out still in the inning, and there's a strike called over the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And they're sticking with Gonzalez here through this inning. Panthers have put up a 5 spot, a big crooked number up there, and they're looking for more here with still nobody out in the second inning. 0-1 to Joyce. Low, a ball, 1-1.
And if you're Joyce, you're just sitting here looking for something to drive. A fly ball to the outfield will score a run, get you an RBI.
1-1 on the way. Down and in, 2 balls, and 1 strike to Joyce. Whit, a good opposite field hitter. We've seen him go out to right center field a couple of times. We've seen him, he leads the team in triples
by far.
For a catcher, he's got pretty good wheels. Here's the pitch, and that is on the inside corner for a strike, 2-2. And we've actually seen them leave him out there to run in situations because he has good speed.
He's doing it on both sides, offense and defense. Nicknamed the Wall as a catcher back there. Does a great job behind the plate.
2-2 on the way. Swings and lines one into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. 9-0 Medina Valley as Marty scores easily. An RBI single for Joyce. And Medina Valley just keeps putting quarters in the carousel and keeps putting that carousel in motion.
All 7 hitters so far this inning, Jared, have gotten on base. 2 of them have been 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, and the rest have been squaring up the ball.
And they're going to make a pitching change here.
Yeah, they're going to have to. You would hope that your starter could get you at least a couple of innings. That's not going to happen for Edison right now.
No, and we're going to take a break for the pitching change, and we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at CastrovilleStateBank.com.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Salazar, that first pitch is Arguelles swipe second base. And that pitch hits him as Mangum gets drilled. Third hit by pitch of the inning. And they'll be first and second now with nobody out. Tanner Habe will step in. He'll be the 9th batter to come to the plate in the inning. He struck out his only time in. Panthers have out-hit him 6-1, outscored him 9-0 here. And that pitch is swung on and ripped foul down the left field line. And it's 0-1 to Tanner Habe. Salazar ready. Here's the pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Because, Salazar's got more velocity than Gonzalez did. He's got kind of a weird delivery, that's kind of short-arm delivery that he has as a right-hander. And that pitch on the way, and that's a breaking ball in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher that time to keep it in front of him, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, they're just trying to keep it out of the center of the plate because that so far the Panthers have just been ripping it when it's across the plate.
Right-hand batter waiting. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Salazar's pitch is up and out of there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Salazar will step off. He looks the runner back to second base. No throw issued back there as Arguelles back in, standing. Ready for the 2-2 to Habe. Jake Herb waiting on deck. He led off this inning with a walk. 2-2. That hit him.
Maybe it
didn't.
No,
it didn't.
It sure looked like it.
It sure looked like it did. But so they got the chain link fence here, and there's a glare on it.
Yeah.
And where that happened, the ball just kind of disappeared into that glare. But it's 3-2 is the count. Ready for the payoff. It's on the way, and that is high a ball, and he walked him. First walk issued by Salazar in the ball game. 4th issued by Edison pitching, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Panthers have gotten 9 batters in the batter's box, and every one of them's gotten on, Jerry. Just this inning.
Yeah, and Herb led off this inning with a walk. He scored the Panthers' 4th run. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Why did Habe come back? So
I didn't notice. I didn't catch that. He did come back and got back in the box.
And then he strikes out.
Yeah. I was looking at this, putting stats down, and I didn't notice that he stepped back in the box after. I guess he turned on.
I guess that was
he
a
walked
2-2 count.
He walked halfway to first base.
Yeah, and all the runners moved up before he did. But nonetheless, he strikes out. And so the bases aren't loaded. There's 1 out. There's a runner at second and third. And Herb fouls the first pitch off for a strike. It's 0-1.
The girls softball team going to the top of the 6th with a 2-1 advantage over Leander Glenn.
As Herb gets ready to step back in. No balls, 1 strike. Second and third with 1 out. You'd like to see the Panthers push across that all-elusive 10th run here.
We haven't seen it too many times. Love to see it tonight.
No. That's kind of been something the Panthers have done. They've got right to the brink of that 10-run lead, and then they can't get over the hump, and we've seen them have to go a full 7 innings a lot because of that.
It's cutting into my evening time.
Ready for the 1-1 to Herb. It's on the way. He swings and rips one foul up the third base line. It's 1-2.
Yeah, he definitely turned on that pitch. Ripped it down third base line, got between third base and his dad there, Coach Herb. A lot of mustard on that one.
Herb waits. Here's the pitch, and that comes up over the coconut. It's 2-2.
That was behind his head. Again, it's that time of day where that sun's really coming into play. It's setting over the third base dugout. First baseman's having a hard time looking this direction, not to mention the shadows cutting the field in half.
The ball's coming out of shadow into sunlight right before it gets to the plate, too. As he fouls that pitch back to the screen, it's 2-2.
Very picturesque, but not too fun to play in.
Waiting on the 2-2. Here it comes. That's outside, and the count's gone full now, 3-2.
Panthers actually had Lackey on the bullpen warming up again because this inning has been so long.
Well, yeah, it's been a while since he's thrown. Ready for the payoff. It's on the way, and that swung on, popped up foul, back out of play, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Good job by Herb hanging in there.
Lackey's thrown, just to give you a little bit of picture here, Lackey's thrown 17 pitches in this ball game. They've thrown over 60 combined. And they're only through an inning and a third. Ready for another payoff. Here it comes, and that swung on, hit high in the air to center. This should score a run. Center fielder over, makes the catch for the out. Arguelles will tag. Both runners will tag. Arguelles will score. Moving to third base is Mangum, and it's 10-0 Medina Valley. So a sacrifice fly.
Good heads up base running by Mangum on second base, running on the throw.
There's 2 away now. And it'll bring up Ethan Garza, who was hit by a pitch his only time in, and he takes a strike over the outside corner. That run will get charged to Gonzalez, as that was an inherited base runner. He was responsible for that run. As that pitch misses down and out, and it's 1-1. From the windup here with a runner at third. Here's the 1-1, and Garza will hit it on the ground. Third baseman plays on 2 hops, throws low, and it's going to get through the first baseman. That'll go as an error on the throw, and that's going to get a run home and make it 11-0.
So far, the relief pitcher has thrown 2 more pitches than our starting pitcher has thrown.
Yeah. And now a runner at first, 2 away. And up to the top of the order with Bobby Peterson. He'll be the 12th man to bat in the inning at an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's got a runner at first, 2 away. Pitch to Peterson, and he hits one in the air to right center, and that's going to get down. And Garza's going to head to third base, and so there'll be runners on the corners with 2 away after a single by Peterson.
Good placement hit by Bobby Peterson. Hits the ball over second baseman right between right field and center field. Allows Garza to get all the way to third base from first base. Now Panthers with runners at first and third. Good double steal situation again.
And you got Pardo at the plate. He's 1 for 1. He's walked and had an RBI double. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Here's the pitch. That's down in the dirt, and that's going to let Peterson swipe second. They throw behind the runner at third. Not going to be in time as Garza gets back in safely. But Peterson gets over to second base, and they're second and third now with 2 away. One 0 on the way. Down and out, 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 2-0 again. Swung on. Popped up over on the left side in foul territory. Third baseman waiting for it. He makes the catch for the out. And the side has been retired. But Medina Valley puts up an 8 spot in the inning. And they do that on
count them up.
2, 3, 4, 5 hits. A walk, 3 hit by pitches mixed in there, a couple of errors, and they leave 1 on base. And so we will go to the bottom of the second inning, 11-0 Medina Valley. You're listening to Panther Baseball. And we will continue here in just a moment.
Sammy's Restaurant and Havy's Alsatian Bakery, 2 legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Havy's Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Havy's Alsatian Bakery, online at havysbakery.com.
We're back here in Tejeda Sports Complex as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And Lackey will go back out there to pitch, and now you worry about how long he sat on the bench if he can be as sharp as he was in the first inning. Medina Valley with an 11-0 lead. And Lackey will be facing their 5, 6, 7 hitters. It'll be Jonathan Alvarado, Seth Martinez, and Avery Carrion due up to start the inning.
On the softball side, Jared, Medina Valley still up 2-1. However, I'm not sure what inning it is. A while ago it showed it to be the 6th. Now it says the bottom of the 5th. I'm not sure exactly what, but they're up by 1 over Leander Glenn, and they're playing in Kerrville. And this is area playoffs. And they just got 3 outs. We're going to go, I guess, now to the top of the 6th, up 2-1.
And so Alvarado gets ready to step in. Right-hand batter leading off here in the second.
And they're not even halfway through their lineup.
And the first pitch of the inning on the way is over the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1.
After a long time on the bench there, Lackey comes back with it on a strike. Ooh, follows it up with a beautiful curveball for a strike.
0-2 from Lackey to Alvarado. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2.
Ooh.
Just low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alvarado leading it off here in the bottom of the second. Medina Valley leading it 11-0 as Lackey looking to have another shutdown inning here. And there's a swing and a bouncer to short. Pardo makes a good play deep in the hole. Long throw on a hop. Dug out by Herb at first. And there's 1 away. What a play by Pardo, throwing that from the outfield grass. And a nice backhand scoop out of there by Herb at first base. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the second.
Good job on both ends there. Pardo moving to his right towards third base, feels it in the grass of the outfield, makes a hard throw all the way across the field. 1 hops to Herb over at first base, digs it out and gets the out.
That'll bring up Seth Martinez, their DH. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the inning. And the first pitch on the way from Lackey is swung on, popped up right side, and that's going to get out of play. And it's 0-1.
Still throwing a lot of strikes, Jared. Lackey doing a great job on the mound.
Yeah, he's been sharp so far in this ball game, and that's what they needed. Waiting on the 0-1. Here it comes. Called strike. Nice breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2 to Martinez. Lackey working quickly from the windup. The 0-2 on the way. Yanks it outside, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, not a bad pitch to throw one away there. Hopefully he'll chase it, but it was just a little bit too far outside.
Ready to go again. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Third strikeout of the ball game for Lackey, and there's 2 down. It'll bring up Avery Carry-On. Nobody on and 2 away here. As a right-hand batter will dig in. Lackey ready to go. 3 strikeouts now for Lackey in the ball game, and the first pitch is on the way. High, a ball, 1-0. First batter he's been behind in the ball game. Another 1-0 pitch on the outside corner to even things up, 1-1.
Yeah, he's not behind anymore. Getting a good job getting back in.
One curveball stays high. 2 balls and a strike.
Working fast.
It's always a good sign when your pitcher's moving fast like that. It means he's in a groove. He's ready to go. As that pitch misses high, 3-1.
Definitely, he's been in rhythm.
First time he's really been behind in the count all evening. And ready for the 3-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Nice movement on that pitch. Makes it 3-2 now.
Yeah, whatever that pitch is, I think it's a cutter, but it's got a lot of movement. It goes across the plate.
Payoff on the way. Comes down and in, and he walked him. It's the first walk issued by Lackey in the ball game.
First hiccup, and it's not a very bad one.
And that'll bring up Mo Martinez. Martinez will dig in with a runner at first base and 2 away. Lackey from the stretch. He comes set at the letters. Kicks and brings it. Called strike. 0-1. Nice pitch by Lackey that time. Right-hander waves the bat around. Lackey stares in and comes set. Checks on that runner at first. Not a big lead. 0-1 pitch is over the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-2.
Lackey painting those corners right now.
Waiting on the 0-2 pitch. Lackey comes set. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. Good job by Joyce trying to frame that.
Yeah, I was just going to say they did a really good job framing that pitch. It was just outside, brought it in, but didn't get the call.
So it's 1-2 here to Martinez. Lackey set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out as he reached for one up and out of there. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Lackey, and the side's been retired. They get no runs on no hits, a walk, and they leave 1 on base. And so we'll go to the 3rd inning. Medina Valley leading at 11-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Volt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
We're back here at Tejeda Sports Complex as we are in the top of the third inning as we go to the top of the third. Jared Lackey started this game very good for the Panthers, 4 strikeouts. And it's going to be Lackey, Marty, and Joyce due up here, your 3, 4, 5 hitters. Coming up here in the top of the third with Medina Valley leading at 11-0. Lackey will stand in. He's 1 for 1. He's doubled, been hit by a pitch. Pitch on the way. Curveball over the outside corner for a strike as Salazar stays on to pitch. He pitched 1 inning in that second, has not allowed an earned run yet in the ball game. All the runs were charged to Gonzalez, and then an unearned run on the error. 0-2 to Lackey. As the left-hander gets ready to climb back up in there to face Salazar. And the 0-2 on the way. Down and in, 1-2. As Jared trying to get something started here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-2. Swings and just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Yeah, just got a piece of it. And the pitcher for Edison doing a good job mixing it up, throwing a healthy dose of curveballs, fastballs, and pitches out of the strike zone. Kind of trying to keep the Panthers off balance as they've been squaring up with all their pitches tonight.
Waiting on that 1-2, and Lackey asks for time. The home plate umpire gives it to him. We're an hour into this ball game, and we played 2 innings. Here's the 1-2. That's down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And over in Kerrville, they're getting ready to finish it up. We got 2 outs, top of the 6th. Panthers are up. They're leading 2-1. Runners at second and third.
That game started at 6:30.
Yeah. They got 2 outs, though. Be a good opportunity for the Panthers to score a couple of runs here if they can get a base hit.
2-2 on the way. Swung on and fouled out of play down the left side. And Lackey holds that count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lackey waits. Salazar stares in. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Down and in. It's 3-2.
Good battle by Lackey at the plate to bring it to a full count after being down 0-2.
Waiting on the payoff pitch. It's on the way from Salazar. Swings and hits one in the air to right field. Right fielder coming on. That's going to bounce in front of him for a base hit.
I don't know if the sun came into play there, Jared, but he let that ball drop right in front of him. He wasn't sure whether to advance up on it or not. Lackey got a base hit out of it. Should have been caught, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could have made an effort at that. I don't know there. Because if you dive at it and you miss it, he's standing at third base. You know, that's the
you're down 11
factor, but you're down 11 and nothing.
You got to take some chances, though, I think. Either way, base hit by Lackey. Britton Griggs will go in a courtesy run for him.
And Marty will step in. He's walked and tripled. He's driven in a pair, and he takes a curveball for a ball that stays inside, and it's 1-0. So Lackey at first with nobody out. As Marty waiting, here's the pitch. Misses up and out of there.
Wow.
2 balls, no strikes. Griggs leads away from first. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Marty. Joyce on deck for the Panthers. Leadoff single by Lackey. 2-1, swing and a miss. Got a curveball high, and Marty about jumped out of his shoes right there to swing at that.
He wanted that one bad.
And a 2-2 count on Marty.
You may get another chance at it here.
Waiting on the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, that one stays high. He laid off, and the count's gone full, 3-2. Ready for the payoff as Salazar comes set. And he'll step off. Looks the runner back to first, and he'll climb back up on the rubber and stare in to get a sign. Three-two on the way. Swing and a miss by Marty at a pitch up. And he strikes out, and there's one away. One away. It'll bring up Whit Joyce. Joyce will stand in. He's bounced into a fielder's choice and had an RBI single. He's 1 for 2. He's got a runner at first with one away. That pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Joyce. Salazar set. Steps off, looks the runner back to first. As Griggs stays put. Waiting on the 0-1. Here it comes. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Going to the top of the 7th.
Waiting on that 1-1. Pitch on the way. Runner goes. Throw down is in time, but he got around the tag. Well, the shortstop was covering the bag, and instead of going to the bag, he ran in front of the bag, and when he swiped the tag, I don't think he was close enough to Griggs to reach him.
From this angle, the throw was in time, and it looked like the tag was there, but Griggs went behind the back door and got on the second base before it got the tag on him. It was called safe at second, so that's stolen base for Griggs.
Ready for the 2-1 here. And Joyce swings and fouls one out of play down the right field line. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now Joyce with an RBI opportunity. Waiting on the 2-2. Salazar's pitch. Called strike 3 over the outside corner. Joyce can't believe it. He gets rung up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Salazar. And there's 2 away. 4 strikeout of the ball game by a Panther batter. First one looking. And it'll bring up Mangum, who's tripled and been hit by a pitch. He's driven in 3. Runner at second base with 2 down as he takes high a ball.
And Jared, over in Kerrville, Panthers are going to the bottom of the 6th, holding on to a 2-1 lead. They just left the bases loaded in the top of the 6th, had a good opportunity to get some runs in, but couldn't do it.
Who's doing that scoreboard over there?
I'm not sure who's doing. Not doing a very good job. It's just kind of mixed up.
Come on, Jeff. Ready for the 2-0. As Mangum waits, kicks and brings it. Down low, 3-0. Mangum waiting. Salazar set. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's way outside, and he walked him.
That's way outside. That curveball got away from him big time. I don't know what he was doing, throwing a curveball with a 3-0 pitch, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so Mangum walks. That's the second walk issued by Salazar in the ballgame, the 5th drawn by a Panther batter, and it'll bring up Tanner Habe. Habe in the ballgame is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's the only Panther batter who has not reached base safely, and you'd like to see that change here.
Absolutely. First
and second base, 2 down. Right-hander Stands straight away, stares out at Salazar. Here's the first pitch, is high, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way as Havey swings and misses late on that pitch, and it's 1-1.
Big cut by Havey.
Waiting on that 1-1. Here it comes. Down in the dirt, 2-1. You know, there's some miscommunication I feel like going on over there. The shortstop actually ran to the bag that
he
time.
broke to the base before on the pitch.
And the pitcher came home. If Havey hits that where he was standing, he's on base, and that gets through the catcher's wickets. It'll go to the backstop, and there'll be runners at second and third now with 2 down as they move up 90 feet on the pass ball.
And, Jared, I got 1 ear on the game going on in Kerrville with the Medina Valley softball team. They are 4 outs away from moving on if they can just finish off this 6th inning and move on to the 7th. Three outs away.
There's a swing and a high pop-up left side of the infield as shortstop moves over, moving into foul territory, reaches up to make the catch.
So the softball team, before you close it out, Jared, we're going to the top of the 7th. Medina Valley taking a 2-1 advantage. They are up to bat. Leander Glenn is home team, up 2-1, going to the 7th.
And so Medina Valley gets no runs on 1 hit, a walk, and they leave 2 stranded on base. And so we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Medina Valley leading at 11-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in just a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back here to Tejeda Sports Complex as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jared Lackey finished warming things up here just a second ago, ready to work here in the bottom of the 3rd. He'll be facing the 9-1 2-hitters in the Edison lineup. It'll be Carlos Gonzalez, then up top with Damian Salazar and Adrian Maldonado. And Gonzalez will stand in for the first time this evening. First pitch of the inning on the way is a strike called over the inside corner, and it's 0-1. That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lackey with only 37 pitches so far this game. The relief pitcher for Edison has 51.
1-1 on the way, and that swung on, popped up foul back out of play. Yeah, and they're started through 49, I believe. Waiting on the 1-2 to Gonzalez. Here it comes. Curveball swung on, bounced to short. Pardo up with it. Throws on the run to first in time for the out, and there's 1 away. Pardo with a couple of good plays in short tonight.
Yeah.
2 outs, and we'll go up top with Damian Salazar. He's 0 for 1, struck out his only time in. He's got nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Good opening curveball for a strike by Lackey. A lot of confidence throwing that ball right now, especially opening up with a curveball.
Waiting on the 0-1. Here it comes. Down and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Salazar 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the 1-1. Swings and fouls it straight back into the screen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now on their number 2 hitter.
Lackey,
or their leadoff batter, rather.
Lackey very impressive so far through the first time of the lineup of the Edison, throwing lots of strikes.
Ready to go. Here's the pitch on the way. Curveball, high. Pitch on the way from Lackey is another curveball that stays up, and he walked him.
He walked him.
So he got ahead of Salazar and then lost him. That's the second walk issued by Lackey in the ball game, and there's a runner at first with.
Panthers going to call timeout.
That was ball 3. The count was off. That was a 2-2 pitch, and now Garza's going to go out there to talk to.
Yeah, Coach Garza going on the mound to try to settle him down. That they don't want to give Edison any momentum at all. Settle him down, get him back to throwing strikes, what he'd been doing previously before this batter. And an update over the softball field in Kerrville, where the Panthers are taking on Leander Glenn. Panthers have up to bat, but they are 2 outs, but they still maintain a 2-1 lead. We're on the top of the 7th with 2 outs. See if they can get another insurance run here before the end of the inning and let Leander come up to bat.
As the powwow's over, Coach Garza back to the dugout here. It'll be a 3-ball, 2-strike count on Damian Salazar. And the 3-2 on the way. Down and out. Now he walked in.
Same result.
And it'll bring up Adrian Maldonado. He has their only hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 1.
Yeah, and that was just a little punch out to right field. Didn't even hit the ball hard. Scooted between first and second base.
He'll be at first with 1 out now as Maldonado digs in. Lackey from the stretch. Kicks and delivers. That's outside. Ball 1. Waiting on the 1-0 as Lackey gets his sign from Joyce. Checks on the runner at first. He's got a pretty good lead over there. Ready for the 1-0 pitch. It's on the way, and that is low. 2-0.
Looked like a good pitch.
Getting a little heckling from the Medina Valley crowd.
No, not our crowd, Jared.
Of course our crowd. Runner goes, swinging, pops him up into center field. Peterson coming in. Runner will retreat to first. Peterson won't make a throw, and there's 2 away as Maldonado flies out to center field.
Yeah, he skied that ball to center field. The runner at first base didn't even – usually you typically go halfway. He went at least 3/4 of the way.
Well, he was running.
Oh, he was stealing?
He was stealing.
Okay. He had to put on the brakes right before he got to second base and retreated. Peterson thought twice about throwing on that ball. Panthers get their 3 outs at bat over in Kerrville, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, still leading 2-1.
And this is Luke Converse coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He hammers one to left, but Mangum waiting for it in his tracks, makes the catch for the out. And the side's been retired. They get no runs on no hits, a walk, and they leave 1 on base. And we'll go to the 4th inning. Medina Valley leading it 11-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back here to Tejeda Sports Complex as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Medina Valley with an 11-0 lead. Salazar stays on to pitch here for Edison. For the Panthers, it'll be Herb, Garza, and then up top with Peterson. Herb will stand in. He's walked and had a sacrifice fly. He's driven in a run. No official at bat yet in the ball game. And that first pitch drops low with a curve, and it's 1-0 to Herb.
Panther softball team. Sorry, Jared.
That pitch comes down and out. 2 balls, no strikes now to Herb.
Softball team 2 outs away from moving on.
2-0 on the way. And that swung on and hit high in the air to left field. Left fielder moving back, still back. He got turned around, reaches up, and drops the ball out in left field. That's going to go as an E7. That's a play that's got to be made out there, and Herb's going to be standing at second base.
Yeah, he moved to his left, then he moved to his right, and the ball went off his glove as he got turned around out there.
The wind is blowing from right to left, but he got a little turned around, but that's still a play you got to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll bring up Ethan Garza. He's been hit by a pitch, reached on an E5. Runner at second base with nobody out. Pitch on the way is down low, 1-0. Waiting on the 1-0 to Garza. Pitch on the way. Outside corner, called strike, 1-1. Salazar ready. Here's his pitch. Is a curveball lined right at the first baseman for the out. Good play there at first base. And there's one down.
That was definitely a hard hit ball. Shot to first base until he went down, take a knee, and caught it about eye level while he was on the ground there. Hard shot by Garza, but nevertheless, Edison gets the out.
And good job by Herb at second base to stay put there and not get caught wandering off the bag.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Bobby Peterson, who's 2 for 3 in the ball game. He's singled twice and driven in a run. He's also popped out to first. He's got a runner at second with 1 out, and he swings and lines one into center. Center fielder coming in. He'll make the catch for the out. Peterson hit it well, but right at him.
Same thing, line drive. Both those guys squared up the ball. Panthers softball team has just done it. They finished the game winning 2-1 against Leander Glenn. They will move on to regional competition as that was a 1-game series. So good outing for Medina Valley softball team. 2-1. Yes.
This will be Thomas Pardo stepping in as he takes a strike with a curveball, and it's 0-1 to Pardo, who is 1 for 2 in the ball game. The one was an RBI double back in the second inning. And he swings and lines one to center. Center fielder in his tracks, makes the catch for the out as he flies out to center. 2 in the inning, and Medina Valley gets no runs on no hits and error, and they leave one on. And so we will go to the bottom of the fourth, 11-0 Medina Valley. You're listening to Panthers baseball, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Tejeda Sports Complex as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Medina Valley with an 11-0 lead. And it will be Brandon Gonzalez, Jonathan Alvarado, and Seth Martinez due up for Edison. Lackey's thrown 49 pitches through 3 innings. And Gonzalez will step in. He's 0 for 1. Heart of the order coming up. He flew out to center his only time in. And the first pitch of the inning on the way is up high and in. It's a ball, 1-0. That pitch almost hit him. Might be the worst pitch we've seen Lackey throw tonight.
He hasn't thrown very many bad pitches. That one was really up there.
Waiting on the 1-0. Kind of in that twilight time right now.
Yes.
That can make it hard to see the ball. That's squirted on the ground, and Gonzalez knocks it down, stays with it, throws to first.
Got him.
Got him in time, stays with it, saves himself an error. It's a hot shot ball to second. He played it off his chest. It squirted away towards center field. He managed to recover, threw a strike to first, and there's one away.
He definitely took it off his chest, Jared. Stayed in front of the ball, kind of bad hop right in front of him off his chest. Retrieved the ball, came up firing over to first base and got the out. However, the Edison runner is going to stay on the base, and the coach is going to come out and question that call. He's going to go talk to the first base umpire.
Yeah, this is what I don't like. So I saw something like this the other day in the softball game that Maury and I were doing. So a judgment call was made at second base by the umpire standing right on top of it. Coach came out and talked to him. The umpires all converse, and then they decide to overturn the call and call her safe on a judgment call. Well, now you just negate it, that any call that he makes right on top of it, you can't trust.
Yeah.
Like, how do you overturn a call when there's an umpire standing right on top of the bag and it's a judgment call?
One of the things to consider here, when you're in the playoffs, now we have 2 base running umpires.
Yeah.
2 base umpires, and we have one behind the plate.
And that's what happened the other night. You had 2, and the guy that was – I think it's 60 feet in softball. The guy that was 70 feet away from the bag made the call, and the guy standing on top of it was overruled. This call does stand.
Yeah.
And there's one away. And it'll bring up Jonathan Alvarado, who takes down and out for a ball. Alvarado grounded out to short his only time in. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game.
And that first baseman umpire didn't even check with the other umpires. He told him he was out.
1-0 pitch is swung on in the line foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've seen that a couple of times this year where the home plate umpire overruled the umpire on the field.
And it was twice in one game, I believe.
And it's one thing if it's a rules judgment. It's another if it's a judgment call on a base. 1-1 on the way is a curveball that stays way upstairs, and it's 2 balls and a strike now from Lackey.
Just a hint of sign of laboring by Lackey now.
Well, he's thrown over 50 pitches now in the ball game. 2-1 is swung on and bounced foul up the third base line, 2-2. You know, we've seen him usually he goes about 5 innings.
Yep.
He'll get you through the 5th inning. In this ball game, if the game stays the way it is, that's all it'll take from Medina Valley. They always have J.J. Marty to fall back on, who they've used as a closer. Pitch on the way, down and in.
Ooh, just missed. So far, though, Lackey doing his job.
So a 3-2 count here and a payoff pitch ready to get thrown underway to Alvarado. Here comes the payoff. Swings and fouls it back over the screen, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Nobody on, one down. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way. Swings and bounces one, foul again up the third base line, and again we'll do it at 3-2. Good at bat here by Alvarado, staying alive and seeing some pitches.
Yeah, and good job by Lackey throwing strikes.
Ready for another 3-2. Kicks and delivers. He swings and hits one high in the air to left center. Mangum on his horse on the run, reaches up to make the catch. Out in left center field. Good play by Tyler Mangum, and there are 2 away.
Excellent play by Tyler Mangum. Running hard at full speed to his left. He catches that ball right before he gets to the center field. That ball was hit hard and hit deep. Catches it on the run, made it look easy.
With 2 down, it'll bring up Seth Martinez. Martinez 0 for 1. He struck out his only time in. He's got nobody on and 2 away. And the first pitch is outside a ball. It's a great play by Mangum out there in left. That's down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. One of the things I'm seeing here, too, is Lackey he's working from the stretch with nobody on base here. I wonder if he's doing that as a comfort thing, trying to work in something, for more games.
I didn't catch that, but you're right. He's throwing from the stretch. He typically throws from the windup when there's nobody on.
2 balls and a strike. Two-one on the way, and that drops in there for a strike. A nice breaking ball, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Martinez. Waiting for the 2-2. Lackey kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a high pitch.
Wow, good pitch by Lackey.
5 strikeouts in the ball game for Lackey, and a 1-2-3 inning for Lackey and the Panthers as Edison goes in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We will go to the 5th inning. Medina Valley leading at 11-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in just a moment.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back here at Harlandale and Tejeda Sports Complex as Salazar stays on the pitch here for Edison. It'll be Jared. Well, we're not going to have Lackey. We're going to have, yeah, we are. Lackey. It'll be Jared Lackey, J.J. Marty, and then Whit Joyce due up in the inning.
You know, and Salazar has not done that bad of a job since he's come in.
No, he's actually pitched very well. He hasn't given up an earned run yet in the ball game. He inherited a base runner. 2 runs scored after he came in. The one was unearned because of an error. Lackey will stand in. He's 2 for 2. He's doubled, been hit by a pitch and singled, and he takes down and out a ball. 1-0. Panthers put up a 3 spot in the first and then put up an 8 in the second inning. Since then, they've been held scoreless, and that pitch misses down and out, 2-0.
Yeah, you'd like to see them get at least 1 or 2 here just to ensure that 10-run rule as we get to the 5th.
So Lackey waiting on the 2-0 from Salazar. It's on the way, and he swings and hits one hard. The second baseman stabs it on a couple of hops, throws to first for the out, and there's one away.
That was a good play by the second baseman for Edison. That was a hard-hit ball. Like you say, he stabbed at it, came up with it. Easy out for him.
And it looks like you're going to get Aaron Tondre. He's going to bat here for J.J. Marty.
Yeah, the sophomore getting an opportunity to swing the bat here for the Panthers with a comfortable lead, no pressure on him. He'll be batting for JJ, is that what you said?
Yep. So Tondre will wait here. First pitch to him is high for a ball, 1-0.
It's a good move by letting them play because you never know when you're going to need them when you get in a pinch, and he'll have some playoff experience under his belt.
Yeah, and he's played this year. We've seen him kind of being a utility player, and there's a base hit in the left field. So Tondre comes in, and he gets a pinch hit single.
Yeah, he came in and did some good quality innings for the Panthers when J.J. Marty was sitting out with an injury.
And this will bring up the catcher, Whit Joyce.
Joyce done a good job all season long behind the plate and at the plate swinging the bat.
He's 1 for 3 here in this ball game. He struck out looking his last time up, and he takes a strike over the outside corner. He's also driven in a run in the ball game.
I think one of those losses, he was the only one that was shining. I think he went 4 for 4 that game or something like that.
0-1 on the way. Curveball popped up on the infield. Shortstop in the outfield grass makes the catch, and there are 2 away. And that'll keep Tondre at first base, and it'll bring up Tyler Mangum. So 2 away. Mangum will stand in. Mangum's 1 for 1. He had a 3-run triple in the first inning. Since then, he's been hit by a pitch and walked. He'll bat here with a runner at first and 2 away. And he swings and lines one into left field for a base hit. The play in front of him, Tondre will stop at second base. And so a 2-out single for Mangum, and there's runners at first and second base with 2 down.
Mangum, you could safely say now, is out of his little slump he had going on there, and a perfect opportunity to get out of it in the playoffs and hopefully keep that momentum going forward.
Well, and here's the one that needs to get, well, Britton Griggs is going to bat.
We're going to pinch hit. Number 1, Britton Griggs is going to come in and pinch hit for Tanner Habe.
Griggs will bat. Habe was 0 for 3 in the ball game.
And a good opportunity for the senior here to get some swings. And in pinch hitting situations, he's done well. I remember he's been getting some base hits.
He's got runners at first and second, and he takes a curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Panthers have out-hit him 10-1, outscored him 11-0. Ready for the 0-1. It's on the way, and there's a swing and a miss by Griggs. Kind of pulled the string on that one a little bit. Had him out in front. It's 0-2. Salazar ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 here as Griggs digs back in. Second pinch hitter of the inning. There's a curveball that misses up and in. It's 2-2.
Good take there by Griggs.
Brighton will dig back in. Pitch on the way is high, and it gets away from the catcher. And the runners will each move up 90 feet. Tondre to third. Joyce over to second. And a wild pitch gets the runners moved up, and they're at second and third now with 2 down and a full count on Griggs. Griggs was down 1-2. He's battled back here, filled the count, and a payoff pitch upcoming from Salazar. Kicks and delivers. Called strike 3 over the outside corner. Griggs thought he had a walk, and the home plate umpire rung him up.
I thought he had a walk, too. That was outside. Wow.
So he rings him up. That's the 4th strikeout for Salazar in the ball game. But the Panthers lead at 11-0. They get no runs on 2 hits, and they leave 2 on base. And so we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Medina Valley 3 outs to move on in the playoffs. Edison needs 2 runs to get you to another inning, and J.J. Marty's going to come on to pitch for the Panthers. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
So we're back here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 11-0, Medina Valley leading it, and J.J. Marty's come on to pitch for the Panthers. It's just a straight switch there as Marty will pitch. Lackey goes to third base. Throw goes down from Joyce as they'll peg it around the infield, and Marty will be facing the bottom of the order. It'll be Avery Carrion, Mo Martinez, and Carlos Gonzalez, the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming to the plate.
And that's the perfect opportunity for who that we've been considered the closer for the Panthers. He comes in. Marty throws hard, a lot of velocity, gets a lot of strikes, and has got a nasty curveball. Let's see what he can do here to finish off this game.
He throws mid to upper 80s. Carrion walked his only time in. No official at bat in the ball game, and the first pitch is a strike through there, and it's 0-1 from Marty. Waiting on the 0-1, Marty works quickly. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Marty got a spot start a few weeks ago when Tanner Habe was injured. Struck out 10 in that ball game. Actually carried a no-hitter through, and they pulled him out because they had a big lead and took him out of the ball game. The no-hitter was lost by Jake Herb, but he got 3 outs. He only gave up 1 hit, but Marty struck out 10 in that game through 4 innings. That pitch missed down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As he steps off, now climb back up on there. 1-2 on the way. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just inside. So far throwing nothing but fastballs, but showing a lot of velocity.
Ready for the 2-2, it's on the way. Swings and fouls it out of play down the right side, and 2 balls, 2 strikes still on Carrion as he stays alive. Marty can throw a very good breaking ball. We know when he comes on in these relief rolls, he doesn't throw a lot of curveballs. He throws a lot of heat. And the 2-2 on the way. There he broke a curveball off in the dirt, and he struck him out as Carry-On chased one out of the strike zone, and there's one away.
Perfect time to throw a curveball. Threw about 5 straight pitches, nothing but high-velocity fastballs. Comes back with a curveball, gets the batter off balance, and it's an easy swing and the miss for the out.
That'll bring up Mo Martinez. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his only time in. And there's the first pitch from Marty. He bounced it up there, and it's 1-0. Marty back up on the rubber. Stares in, ready for the 1-0. JJ kicks and brings it. There's a strike called over the outside corner, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Perfect pitch, fastball on the outside corner, just like he painted it on there.
One on the way. Curveball, swing and a miss. Had him way out in front, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's that nasty curveball that looks like it's going to be coming in right at you and breaks all the way across the plate. And by the time you swing at it, it's off the plate.
Well, now you got to think about that, and then he can come back with the heater up and in, which he does, and he swings and misses for the strikeout. So back-to-back Ks for Marty and Edison down to their final out. It'll bring up Carlos Gonzalez, who grounded out to short his only time in. He's 0 for 1. Gonzalez will dig in. Marty kicks and brings it. Outside with a breaking ball, and it's 1-0. Gonzalez, the last hope for Edison right now, as that pitch comes inside. 2 balls, no strikes. On the way. There's a strike over the outside corner, and it's 2-1 now on Gonzalez.
Yeah, hit that outside corner of the plate again, putting nothing across the middle.
Here comes the 2-1. That's low. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody on, 2 down. Here comes the 3-1 from Marty, and that's down and out, and he walked him. First walk of the game issued by Marty, and so they get a walk. They'll turn their lineup over to bring up Damian Salazar. Salazar's 0 for 1. He struck out and walked. As Marty will work from the stretch now. That's a strike through there, 0-1. Salazar represents the runner that could keep this ball game going to another inning. Waiting on the 0-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Took a big rip, came up empty, and Marty quickly ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, 2 fastballs that he couldn't touch. Now, like you say, you got to question whether he's going to give you a high heater or he's going to come back with a curveball.
Ready for the 0-2. Kicks and brings it. Curveball, and he left it way up and in. And it's 1-2. One of those that came up over the head of Salazar. Marty from the stretch comes set at the letters. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Struck out the side in the last inning, and that is the ball game. Medina Valley wins it 11-0 over the Edison Bears to win the by-district round of the playoffs. They will move on to the next round, and we will take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Why buy a used car when you can buy a new car for less at North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer? Get low posted pricing on the 2021 Equinox, posted at $19,999. The 2021 Traverse, posted at $28,999. The 2021 Silverado, posted at $30,999. Or get $17,000 off the all-electric Bolt. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back here to Tejeda Sports Complex. Your final score tonight, Medina Valley 11, Edison 0, and the Panthers win this ball game. They win the series. It was a one-game playoff, and they win it 11-0. Jared Lackey pitched excellent in this ball game. J.J. Marty pitched great for an inning. The bats came alive early in this game. A 3-run triple by Tyler Mangum in the first inning is what started it off, and then the Panthers put up a big 8 spot, sent 9 batters into to the plate in the second inning that the first 8 reached base safely.
Yeah.
And they ended up putting up a big crooked number, and that's all they needed. 11-0, your final score.
No doubt about it, Jerry. They look sharp tonight. One of the best ball games that the Panthers have played all season. Look good on offense, look good on defense, look good on the mound. Just an all-around great win for the Panthers. Came out with a commanding lead early on and just held on to it with a decisive victory over Edison for the Bi-District Championship.
Final totals look like this. Medina Valley, 11 runs on 10 hits. They commit no errors. They left 7 on base in the ball game. For Edison, they got no runs on 1 hit. They committed 4 errors. They left 3 on base. Nobody in scoring position. The win goes to Jared Lackey. The loss to Brandon Gonzalez. And so Panthers will move on. They'll play the winner between Kerrville-Tivy and Cedar Park.
That's right.
I don't know if that's a 3-game series or a 1-game playoff, but they'll play the winner of them, and we'll keep you updated on Medina Valley Broadcast
I would
Network.
assume it would be next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday series towards the end of next week. Like I say, we'll keep you updated with that, and I know the Kerrville guys are here scouting.
Yep.
They saw a lot of good things as we did here on the field today. Panthers played well.
Yeah, and I'd also like to remind everybody that the girls won tonight, beating Leander Glenn 2-1. That was a 1-game playoff as well.
Yeah.
They'll be moving on to play next week also, so we'll keep you updated on when and where those will be. And
that'll be a regional matchup. They're bi-district champs and they're area champs now, and they're moving on to the next round.
Yep, so I'd like to take the chance to thank the sponsors for making it possible to bring you the games here on Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Without you guys, these wouldn't be possible, so as always, we thank you. Final score here tonight, Medina Valley 11, Edison 0. The Panthers move on to the next round of the playoffs. So for the Medina Valley Broadcast Network and Dwayne Garza, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night, God bless, and we'll